we're back at the Lavender House. It's the middle of the night, and we have a lot of cleaning to do. I think first I'm going to start with picking up all the trash everywhere in the house, getting things kind of just cleaned up and ready for us to work with. I am not going to subject you to an entire hour of me cleaning this entire house. I'm just going to, say my hello, get through the house, and do the cleaning. Probably the more boring part of this whole expedition. We should be getting money for this because I have that option, and yeah. Just kind of get through, clean everything up, and then I will come back so that we can tackle the first of many rooms. One thing as well is we appear to not have electricity, so I am kind of doing all of this with these little lights. But one thing I wanted to also say is that I'm going to be selling everything. We're going to bring this down to the bare bones. Now, if there are things that I feel that I could salvage for the purpose of redecorating, I will definitely do that, but otherwise we're just kind of starting fresh. Alright, so all of the trash has been sold or picked up. Anything that we can sell has been sold, and everything's kind of cleared out. Now we have the enormous task of cleaning. I am going to assume that we had some kind of squatters in this house because, yeah, it is just filthy and destroyed. Possibly some kind of storm damage or flooding. I don't know what would have done all of this. It's pretty bad. Now I could probably just go ahead and cover up most of this dirt by replacing things, but I'm happy to build up my skills and max out any of my perk points that I can so that we have the best tools available to us to do any of the renovations and such that I want to get done here. And speaking of cleaning perks, there we go. Okay, faster cleaning or use the cleaning spray quicker. I think faster cleaning would be where I want to go first. And then we have another trash perk point, so now we can grab what you can so we get a bigger area of pickup, which will be super handy. I'm definitely looking forward to expanding on the painting a bit. I can spend way too much time doing that. I'm also hoping to, obviously get a little in the way of surface finishes too. I feel like I haven't done that quite as much as I have painting. Now, as much as I appreciate their color choices, I did sell the existing paints that they have, and I plan to do my own choices here. Not a huge house, which is great. It's a great place for us to start with designing, and I think I'm going to start in the living room. I feel like this will probably be the easiest space for us to start with. I think because the house is kind of small and everything feels kind of a little tiny home, I want to kind of go with sleeker, more minimal furniture, and that's why I'm kind of drawn to this particular couch. I like that it has a matching chair. There's no arms that are making everything feel a little more closed in. It kind of keeps your eye able to move around the room, and I think that's going to be beneficial to us. Now, I'm not purchasing it, but I want to kind of take a look at style options to kind of give us an idea of the colors that we might want to do. I think it might be fun to play with this a little bit, have some fun designs, kind of do something I wouldn't necessarily normally do. Being this like lovely pastel lavender kind of house, it feels like the type of person who would have more of a flowery taste, which is kind of why I'm hovering around these quite a bit. Something, I kind of want to keep it simple when I do this, and I would definitely need to rotate some of these patterns, but I think something in that line, or this feels too beachy to me, and that feels very, very graphic and heavy. I love the cat print, but I'm not gonna go there this time. I do like this, but definitely more kids' room vibe. This is actually kind of the thing I'm thinking. I actually like these colors as well. It feels like it fits that whole pastel vibe. Then I would probably do the rear in like a pink that kind of goes with it. Probably liking the faded, and I'm thinking somewhere in here though. I think maybe about there, like a warm pink 5 or a faded 5. I think faded 5 kind of feels nice, um, but then I'm almost thinking I might want something a little darker on the wood, but I don't know that it suits it. I don't know. I would have to play around with this a bit because I'm not 100% sure even on that background, but it does give me an idea that I kind of want to maybe do some pink and white on the walls. Now, I've complained about, the whole feature wall kind of thing several times, but I actually do like this wall being kind of a different thing. I don't know that I love it being carried through into there. I'm just realizing I didn't finish cleaning, but I don't think I love it being carried through into the hallway like this on the lower half, especially the honeycomb. It could be because of the honeycomb, but I would like to do something with this wall to make it stand out. All right, what about taking it from wood to a wallpaper look? I think I do love this pattern. And I'm hoping that it won't clash too much with the pattern. Otherwise, I might have to go with more of a softer pattern on that couch. But I do really like this. The original is like a black and white, but I think this bit of pink, and I'll use the same pink then throughout the rest of the room. I think I might like how that looks. I almost like it enough to do the entire room, but I think that might be too busy in this small space. Because it's open, I might use some of that out there, so I'm going to hang on to that just in case. Yeah, I really like that pink. It's very pretty, and I think it will look nice when you're looking from outside into the house. You see the purple and then you see the pink inside. I think it'll really work well together. Hopefully the sun will be fully up soon, so we can get a better look at everything, and then we'll take a step outside as well and actually look at our house. Well, we won the game of paint chicken. I had run out of paint and was able to just manage to finish every bit here, including inside the window wells. Speaking of the windows, I am still not set on this window situation. There is a solid chance I will change it at some point because I'm not sure that I really like the windows that are here. I've talked that I don't really want to go too crazy on this flip, but we're actually not doing poorly as far as our wallet indicates, and I think that it's something I want to consider, that maybe we kind of go ahead and take this a step further when we do, like go ahead and just fully renovate the way I want to. We could go a little fully in there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm struggling here. What I'm hoping for is kind of a simple pattern, but I'm not really finding something that fits the seriousness, I guess, of the damask. So it all feels a bit too quirky, I guess. I don't really want to do a solid color because I feel like that's not, I don't know, it feels boring. But yeah, a lot of these just aren't really cutting it for me. Maybe that would have probably worked better as a wallpaper. I thought we were able to adjust the patterns on here, and not being able to do that, like adjust the sizing of it and everything, feels kind of painful. I don't know. That might work. It's not quite what I was going for, especially because the pattern is going horizontally, and I would love to be able to take that vertically. How do we do that? I don't know why I'm struggling so much with that. So what if we just entirely change our track and go with something different? I hate it. I don't know. I feel like I'm struggling so much today with what I'm looking for. I want something that feels a little more modern, but I don't want it to be overly modern. I'm having a little fun with patterns, but I like things like this might fit, the whole damask kind of thing, but I was hoping to make this work. I don't know. Maybe I do need to make it a solid color and just try that. I just don't know what's like color is going to work the best. Okay, so that's feeling a little more like kind of what I was going for, but I don't really know how to accessorize that and how to work with it. Now that's the couch that's supposed to go with it. I mean, I think I could make it work with this. It's at least adding some interest, maybe a little more uh, traditional than I was really thinking, but I feel like maybe I can make it work. I do kind of love it. Though I think it might be better to go with this style of chair for the space. I don't know if I can make that lounger work. Look, we're not going to discuss my taste level happening here. I have no idea. I want to make this wallpaper work for some reason. I probably should have given up on it, but trying to find furniture that fits what I'm trying to achieve, kind of a classic modern look. I know that makes no sense. I've used that phrase before when I was designing another house in Sims, and I know it's yeah, not even remotely making sense. But I kind of just want something that feels kind of like a mix between a very classic look that you would associate with the damask, but a very modern, sleek look that you would associate with all the pastel and light colors. Trying to bring those things together. I wouldn't say it's working out all that well. Okay, so yeah, those are awful, but quirky, and I'm kind of liking it for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate that and put another one on the other side. I was trying to put one by here, but I think because of the size of the room, it was becoming too much furniture. So what I'm actually thinking is I might want to move this over here into this corner. It's a little too much right on that, so I'm not thrilled about that. Maybe over here. I don't really want anyone up against these front windows, but I don't know. It feels like the best place is over here, but I'm worried that you're constantly running into it as you come into the room. And it's just, yeah, not feeling great. I think what I might need to do is put a plant behind there to kind of give that a different feel, or maybe bring this over on this wall. Okay, I think that looks better, but I think this table has to go. Yeah, that feels a little better. Not great, but better. And if I put a lamp up there, that should help there. Maybe a standing lamp there, if it doesn't feel too weird. Yeah, kind of a somewhat large plant there in the corner near the window feels right. I think I want to get this out of the corner just a little bit, so it's not just crammed in there, making it look like she's been naughty or something and has to sit there. I will say that the table lamp selection is grim. I think this may be one of our best options. It's a little too small and a little too blended in, but I wish we could make this bigger. I'm just not really loving that. Maybe it would be better for us to do some lights, but do I want them there or do I want them here? I think they blend in too much there, so I think we'll do something over here, and then we'll place a picture in between them. Okay, it might have been a little too much to hope for an actual photo, but I think maybe the mirror coordinated to the lights would kind of work. This is feeling very one note. I think we need a plant over there as well. Kind of a little orchid to contrast with the walls a bit. I think that looks pretty. Okay, it's hard to believe that that rug is supposed to be the same color as the walls. Yeah. I would love to put some pattern into it, but I don't feel like it will really work that well, but maybe if I change the texture of it, we can kind of make it look a little better. Okay, if we bring all the colors down one shade, it seems a little better, but it also feels a little purple. I think that little bit of stripe helps. Okay, I'm kind of pulling everything out of the corner just a little bit and recentering because I think it was just feeling too crowded against the wall there. And it will also allow me to create a little bit of a seating area across from this. I know I didn't really want to put anything directly in front of the window, but I think that all of the seating is low enough that it will still allow you to see through. And if you have guests over, you're not concerned about the view outside anyway. So with that said, across the room, we have this going on now. I am trying to find a small table that would fit in here, but I don't know if that's necessary because we do have the coffee table kind of very well centered in the middle of it. I really wish we had curtains. I feel like that would kind of finish this space quite a bit. It turns out we do have curtains. One single style of curtains, from what I'm determining here. Yeah. And I can't find any that really fit the window. I just realized that they're adjustable. I'm a genius. Well, after much struggle, many bad decisions, near tears from trying to figure out these curtains. I even accidentally sold the window as part of it. I think we've kind of got a semi-completed room. I could never quite find what I wanted in the center of the table. I think I'm reaching a point of frustration and it's time to kind of wrap things up for the day. I will do kind of a once over at the end of, once we've gone through and gotten all of the rooms done, to kind of just put finishing touches on, make changes if I've decided to do that. As I've discussed, I've talked about actually fully changing the windows. So things like that to just kind of wrap things up. But a quick tour, just, we put a clock up here that kind of matches the set. I had put these cats over the windows to kind of give them some kind of finished look, but I moved them over here, just thought it was just a cute little touch and very much a me thing to do. I kind of like the seating area. I'm glad that I decided to go that route. It finally made that area feel a little more finished. I'm still kind of noodling here on the colorations of everything. I think I might change some of the wood tones to make it feel a little less samey, but yeah, you know how you're having those days where things just aren't coming together? I was kind of having one of those days. I'm feeling okay with how things are going right now, but not great. So before we wrap things up, I just want to take a step outside and look at the house in the daylight. I really do like the color. And like I said, looking in through the window, the colors really complement each other pretty well. So I think that's kind of fun. It looks cute, and I'm hoping when we get around to the kitchen that I can kind of have that, cute kind of classic meets modern look that I'm trying to attempt. We'll see if it goes better next time. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day and keep on being perfectly you.